Back in my past life, my football days to be exact, after the fierce practice sessions, our coach always used to make us do a bunch of painful exercises like push-ups, sit-ups, running and all this shit. He kept us going till at least somebody was contemplating just quitting the sport entirely. And if we weren't by the end, then he'd just pick out somebody who hadn't been trying his best lately and just shout at him till he started crying. Yet we all really liked this guy because he was an absolute G who held everybody accountable. However, this one exercise we always did was almost worse for me than being told I'm a worthless piece of shit until I started crying right in front of the boys. The exercise is of course the plank. Everybody's done the plank at some point. Our coach must have had some form of mental illness because he loved making us plank and seeing us suffer, man. Every day was like Christmas Eve for him if we were planking. So I decided it's time to tackle this pose one last time. That's right, I'm gonna plank for 1 hour in one day. I have no idea how the world record can be like 9 hours straight in a plank because your average Joe Schmo here was in for a world of hurt with this 1 hour thing already. And I had an entire day available to complete it too. I'd be lying if I said this was easy in the start. It was hard from the beginning to the end. I'm gonna kill myself already. I'm getting real fucking tired here. I got like over 50 minutes left, man. This is wrong. It's all good though when you bust out the sunglasses, going for that James Bond look. I should also give a disclaimer here that yes, I know I have big tits and a big ass. God must have misclicked something in my character creation screen or something, like maybe he accidentally put max points into tits and ass and also forgot to put any points into heights. But life isn't about what cards you're dealt but how you use them. Not that I like use my big tits or ass for anything, hopefully. Yo, I am getting tired here, man. Shit. Passing the quarter mark here, and yes, I was already tired. All you gotta do when you start getting tired is to crank out the sunglasses. Look at this shit. I'm gonna pull a whole 10 minutes. Do you think I pulled the 10 minutes? Let me know in the comments. No. I did not. The 25-minute mark was the turning point and certainly not for the better. My abs and arms were burning every second and I was getting bruises on my forearms from the contact on the ground, and you know how when you plank, time seems to stop? And that's especially true the further you get into the minutes. This was on a Saturday and I had plans for the evening and I realized I had to speed up if I wanted to complete this challenge at all. I started to lose willpower, I had over half left. Since there's not much content here other than me planking, let me tell you a story about my most frustrating moment in life. This happened with my cousin and he loves to share with everybody. If he introduces me to somebody, he makes sure they know this story even before they know my fucking name. So back in primary school when we were like 8, me and my cousin lived in the suburbs, pretty far away from school. We took the bus for about 15 minutes and then we had a 30-minute walk from the bus stop back home. Now turns out 2 8-year-old boys can come up with a lot of stuff in a walk like this over the period of like 6 years, but that's beside the point. This particular day was mundane, not much action. We were bored by the walk back home. Grey Finnish weather, wet goo-goo everywhere, snails out on the road, and yeah, it was just grey everywhere. We were already close to home when my cousin challenged me to throw my backpack into like the trench beside the road, and I looked at him dumbfounded, just trying to figure out what kind of deranged social experiment that would be. Like, why the fuck would I do that? I asked him, and he was totally chill. I was like, yeah, it's gonna be cool, yeah. And he was like, yeah, I'm gonna throw my backpack in a few 12 years. There must have been some kind of malfunction in my brain at the time because I was super tempted by this. I was a bit of an autistic kid, yeah, I know. I eventually agreed for some reason and we shook hands on this. I throw my backpack, he throws his. So I got on the bridge looking down at the water flowing like it was almost like a river down there. Brown river full of shit. So I got on the bridge, threw my backpack over like the fence, and it's a big ass splash. Everything brown, everything wet. All my school books ruined, probably got shouted at by the teachers the next day. And he just laughed. Oh, that was so cool. Then I just said like, yeah, fuck you man, your turn. And my cousin got on the bridge and he throws his backpack on the fucking clean grass next to the river. And I don't remember how the fuck he got away with this. He just laughed. Yeah, I promised I'd throw it and I threw it. I don't know how he got away. Yes, if this happened today, I'd throw my fucking cousin into that trench. 12 years later, my backpack still has the same brown spots from that day, and this is my cousin's favorite story to this day, so I was so retarded back in primary school, man. But whatever, now back to the plank. Not much left anymore. It was dark outside by this point. I'd spent 7 hours planking. My forearms still had the bruises left. 5 days later, my abs were more sore than they've ever been for like 3 days. Closer closer I got to 1 hour, the more I felt like giving up. That got me thinking, that's not what men do. We do not give up. When we fall, we rise each time a better man. Our struggle will never end, and that's okay. In the blink of an eye, I went from a complete loser to whatever half loser I am today. You can decide what I am. And the work was always and will always be built from standing up time after time to face what you least want to face. So get up and complete your own fucking 1 hour plank you're currently facing in life by repeatedly falling and getting up. Eventually that timer will reach the end. But the timer will only start if you get up and do that plank. So what are you waiting for? Get to work. That was the most boring fucking challenge I've ever done. I don't know. This video might be shit since I didn't do anything other than plank. Have a good day, bro. See ya.